Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Patience is indeed a great virtue, and the best believers are those with the most patience. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, أشد الناس بلاءً الأنبياء ثم الأمثل فالأمثل يبتلى الرجل على حسب دينه. Those with the most hardships are the prophets, then those who are most like them, then those who are most like them. One is afflicted according to his religious state. This means that the stronger and more firm one is in his or her religion, the more intense his or her hardships would be. In another hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, فَمَنْ يُرِدِ اللَّهُ بِهِ خَيْرًا يُصِبْ مِنْهُ. Whoever Allah wills goodness for, He afflicts. Reflect with me upon what happened to Prophet Ayyoob alayhi salam, a great, noble prophet of Allah who called the people to Islam like the other prophets. Nevertheless, Allah the Exalted tested him, not for a sin he committed, no, but to raise his rank even further. Prophet Ayyoob alayhi salam was very wealthy, yet Allah, the greatest of judges, tested him in his self, his wealth, and his family. Prophet Ayyoob was patient and submitted his matter to Allah, and he did not object to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Allah tested him in his body, and so he became ill with an illness that lasted a very long time. As mentioned in the authentic hadith, Prophet Ayyoob was ill for 18 years. His illness was not at all amongst the repulsive illnesses which would drive people away from accepting Islam. The illness of Prophet Ayyoob alayhi salam was not amongst the repelling illnesses, like worms coming out of the body, as some unjust people fabricated, a fabrication that takes one out of Islam, as it goes against the correct belief in the prophets of Allah. However, Prophet Ayyoob's illness lasted a long time, and he was very patient. He sought the reward and submitted his matter to Allah. Allah the Exalted made his children die. Prophet Ayyoob alayhi salam had 14 children, 7 sons and 7 daughters, and Allah Azza wa Jal tested him with a great hardship by making all of them die. Prophet Ayyoob alayhi salam had a lot of wealth, and Allah the Exalted tested him in his wealth by making all of his wealth go away. Despite all these calamities, he remained patient, seeking the reward from Allah and submitting to Allah and to His will, both outwardly and inwardly. He did not object to Allah, nor did he express any dissatisfaction with Allah. He did not even supplicate for cure. He was a very patient, honorable slave of Allah alayhi salam. Most of the people abandoned him, and only a few remained with him. 2 of his companions used to visit him, but the devil whispered to one of them, which led him to say to the other a statement that was not fitting for the status of prophethood, a statement that takes the person out of the fold of Islam. He told his friend, "Were it not that Ayyoob had fallen into a sin that no one before him had committed, he would not have been afflicted with this calamity." وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ تَعَالَى. We seek refuge with Allah from such ignorance. Prophet Ayyoob alayhi salam heard those words and felt hurt by his companion who had apostatized from Islam. So at that, he supplicated to Allah the Exalted to cure him and grant him well-being. Then his wife Rahmah radiyallahu anha came and took him to the place for relieving oneself. And the places for relieving oneself during that time were outside. She waited for him, but he was delayed. There, Allah inspired Prophet Ayyoob to strike the ground with his foot. When he did, 2 springs of water emerged. He drank from one and washed with the other, and he returned to his former health from 18 years ago, but even better and more beautiful. His wife, who was waiting for him outside, noticed he took longer than usual. So when he came out and she saw him, she didn't recognize him. She asked him, "Have you seen the Prophet of Allah, Ayyoob, the one who is not well? He resembled you very much when he was healthy." He replied, "I am he." Prophet Ayyoob alayhi salam was patient. He sought the reward from Allah and submitted his matter to Allah. So Allah raised him in ranks. As for his wealth that went away, Allah granted him better than it. 2 clouds were sent to him. One rained wheat made of gold, and the other rained barley made of silver. He returned to his former wealth and even more. As for his deceased children and his wife that had gotten older in age, Allah made her youth and her beauty return to her, and she bore him more children than he had before, 27 sons. Some interpreters added that Allah also brought his deceased children back to life. Prophet Ayyoob was patient in the face of calamity, so Allah raised his rank and his status, alayhi salam. Allah the Exalted said about him in Ayah 44 of Surah Sad, "Inna wajadnahu sabiran ni'mal 'abd, innahu awwab." Surely we knew him to be patient. What a good slave. Surely he was one who resorted to what is acceptable to his Lord. Habib ibn Abi Habib would cry if he recited this verse, saying, "How amazing it is! He gave and he praised," meaning that Allah the Exalted is the one who gave his slaves, and in this context, Prophet Ayyoob, the patience, and yet Allah praised him for being a patient slave. We ask Allah to beautify us with beautiful patience. Ameen, and Allah knows best.